December 21st, 1941. Top echelon war room strategy. U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt directing the Joint Chiefs of Staff to plan for bombing Japan as retaliation for the attack on Pearl Harbor. The eventual tactic? U.S. Army Air Corps launching twin-engine B-25 Mitchell bombers from a naval aircraft carrier in the Western Pacific. Lieutenant Colonel James H. Doolittle in command. March 2, 1942. Top-secret training began at Elgin Field, Valparaiso, Florida. B-25s normally required 1,500 feet of runway for liftoff. Planes wound to 90 miles an hour. In the open sea, carrier flight decks could tolerate maximum 500 feet, 50 miles per hour. In less than 30 days, Doolittle's Raiders were ready. They had mastered the unprecedented blunt takeoff. April 2, 1942. Navy personnel at Alameda Naval Air Station craned Bomber Group 17, 16 B-25s, onto the flight deck of the USS Hornet. The Joint Command sailed as Task Force 18 under the Golden Gate Bridge. Bomber landings on carriers were impossible. The plan did not include a return to the Hornet. Instead, the Mitchells would drop 16 tons of explosives on the archipelago of Japan before heading west to China, anticipating safe conduct from Chinese nationals. 131 days after Pearl Harbor, 10 hours before the launch, still 750 miles from the targets, the Hornet was spotted by a Japanese picket boat. Doolittle ordered immediate takeoff. Flight crews scrambled. 16 Mitchells, pitched to a high whine, lifted off at 3-minute intervals in 59 minutes. They flew at wave-top level 6 hours before climbing to 1,500 feet for the drop. They met scant resistance. Trouble didn't begin until fuel was depleted from the early start, and fierce weather on the East China Sea severely reduced visibility. One plane diverted to Vladivostok. 15 others crash-landed at points off the Chinese coast. The 15 planes were destroyed, but 69 of the 80 Tokyo Raiders survived. In the aftermath, Doolittle was bumped 2 grades to Brigadier General. All Raiders were awarded Distinguished Flying Crosses, with Purple Hearts for the wounded and the dead. The raid was incredibly significant. It boosted American morale worldwide. It forced Japan to divert vital resources for homeland defense. It pushed Admiral Yamamoto prematurely into the Battle of Midway, June 6, when Army Air Corps bombers and naval torpedo planes, battleships, and destroyers sank 4 of his carriers, in effect winning the war in the Pacific for America.